Revs rising, red lights go on, red lights go out, and not a great start from the second row of the grid by Richard Verheyden in number 6, but everyone else does manage to get away, including eventually Verheyden. I think it's Elliott that has got the lead of the race as the cars head through first couple of corners. Sam Wright in the Village V2 has managed to make a good start to the race as well. He's up into second position, but goes a bit wide there at the banking and is level pegging, I think, with Joe Zosso as they head through the first couple of corners. Down through Church they go. It is still Elliott in the 47 car in the lead of the race. It is Wright second. I think then it is the 80 car of Joe Zosso in third as they make their way along the straight towards Rocket.
Yeah, Zosso's also racing in classic Formula Ford. Van Diemen 79 or Van Diemen 80. Another Swiss driver to come and play. Must be the second or third competitor from Switzerland to enjoy historic 750.
Yes, quite a...
yellow flags waving and yellow lights also at Rocket.
Yes, let's see if we can pick up what's happened there in a moment and who might have been involved. There's Trevor. Oh, and a spin there for number 6, Richard Verheyden. Well, he didn't make a very good start, and now he's had a spin at Peel. He's got it onto the grass, out of hopefully harm's way. Verheyden from who travels across for these races as well. He's in the race kits Merlin, the car known as Miss Moneypenny. Car number 7 is going slow. That's Graham Wilson in the time 3B that's been raced here in the past by Anthony Reid. That car, but he's going to head into the pit lane, unfortunately, at the end of the first lap.
Yeah, so we've lost several cars already, but out front, Elliott from Zosso from Trevor Slatter.
Yeah, so it looks like Wilson's going to head straight back into the paddock. Knows that he's got nothing he can do about that. And also heading into the pits is a car that needs some assistance to get there. That's the 40 car, I think, of Mike Henny. Here's Lotus 7, the driver from Bristol. And he's going to get some assistance from the marshals and the fire crew, I think, to get that car out of the way.
Verheyden's charging back, isn't he, in that number 6?
Yeah, after that drama up at Peel and the slow start, we can see him on screen now actually. He's behind, I think that is Peter Marsh, is it not? In the Austin 7, number 8. So he's making up ground somewhat. Down through the corkscrew they're going to come. It's Ian Elliott still leading, by the way, from Joe Zosso and Trevor Slatter. They're already on to their third lap of the race. So I think the one we lost on lap 1 up at Rocket was probably Sam Wright. He dropped back quite a long way.
Yes, he's at the back of the pack here in the number 7, the Village, built by John Village, the 1979 European Formula Ford champion. But he's picked himself up. He's not at the back any longer.
Yeah, so we'll see how far up the order he can get on that lap. He did a 1:30.076, but Elliott in the lead did a 1:25.530, so quite a bit quicker. Lap record here at Anglesey is a 1:24.63 from Richard Price, so it's not beyond the bounds of possibility that he could get down to that during the course of this race and claim the new lap record.
Another Cowley in this race, and that's the car of Charlie Plain Jones. It's an earlier design from the late great Bill Cowley. Grandfather of the Bill Cowley we've seen racing today.
There's 13, Ben Bolt, who was the driver of the year in Class C last season. Looks like he might lose out a position to Sam Wright here. Sam looks to his right, looks to his left as he goes into Peel. Sam, who took over this car for I think the second event last season at Alton Park from John Village. He had raced it with success for about the previous 3 or 4 seasons. It's a recreation of his the car that he raced in the 70s. And the 67 car we see on screen there as well is Paul Mason in the Whippet historic 750 Formula, evocative name. And there's, as you can see, Sam Wright, he's got past Ben Bolt. He's also got past Peter Marsh now as well. So his next target is going to be Richard Verheyden in 6th position.
Yeah, Sam Wright's really pushing on. His lap times will be, once he's in the clear, will be impressive.
Yeah, exactly. He's done now it's another 1:30 on that lap. So no faster, but of course he's trying to pass cars, and that inherently is going to slow you down as he does so. So he must have had that moment to put Rocket on the first lap of the race. So climbing the hill towards the left-hander. Rocket goes this group. There's the 37 car going through. That is John Donnelly there. He's out there in the Race Kits Merlin. A few of those on the grid. And Dave Winter won in the 754 race, just in a sort of modified version in terms of the bodywork of these cars, and obviously with a different engine in it. The Fiat engine in it for the contemporary 750 Formula. This running a Reliant 850cc unit. John Donnelly there in 11th position. There's a recreation of the cars to the spirit of the regulations. The Whippet has expired, I'm afraid. Paul Mason pulling off the side of the circuit.
That is a stunning looking car, isn't it? Such sleek bodywork on it, but it's not in a very safe place, is it?
Yeah, it's not a great position for him. Meanwhile, this is Greg Catton and I think Ambrose Butcher, is it? No, that's Richard Verheyden.
Verheyden,
yeah. Verheyden with him now, so this is for 5th place.
And they're being caught by Sam Wright in the village.
He is.
What Sam Wright is probably very keen to see is a safety car right now.
Yes,
because it put him right back in the thick of things.
Has got into the 128s now, Sam Wright. As Catton goes through in that number 31 car, the Dyson.
Exosso appears to be closing in just a tad on the leader. Trevor Slatter goes through in 3rd place in 72.
There was a slower lap for Ian Elliott, a 127.6, but it was a personal best for us also, a 125.8, so 1.8 seconds gained on that lap. Here's Verheyden in that number 6 car, the 49-year-old from the Alsace region of France on the Swiss border. Allied Technical Department is where he earns his living. And this car with a Reliant 850cc engine in it, he's owned it for 18 months now. It goes all the way around the outside of Catton in that Dyson. Next, Gordon Wilson and Ian Grant car. Is still clinging on though, is Catton. And finally Verheyden manages to squeeze through around the outside.
The Catton car, reminiscent of a Lotus 23 bodywork-wise car from the early 1960s, but I recall seeing one driven by Angelo Farina, who was from Swindon, and he called his car the Farina Dyson. And Catton dived through, hooked a wheel over the curb on the inside there, and managed to have enough momentum to get through. Still the Whippet just parked up there at the side. Whippet's gone to have a drink.
Yeah, I think the officials are happy that's in a safe enough place to continue racing. Just tucked around the corner, I guess, from Put Rocket. So Ian Elliott's leading overall. Greg Catton's leading his class, Class D, which is for any pre-74 car under 1500cc.
Ooh, bit of a squeeze there. That's interesting.
Yeah, Verheyden was in danger of getting squeezed towards the pit wall there, wasn't he? He's gone to the outside now through target, turn 1. Catton driving a wide Dyson there. He's Verheyden having to go to the outside line through.
Wide and slightly wayward Dyson.
Yeah. And now the inside is Verheyden into Church Corner, and Wright is with them now as well, isn't he?
Yes.
As these have battled. And it's Verheyden that goes through there as they pass one of the Austin 7s. That's the 26 car that they've gone past, to Phil Livingston in his in his car, the man from Carnarvon, just over the Menai Straits. And right now has got to the front of this group. So with a good run, but he's off on the grass there. He's going to lose it again. He got to the front up at Rocket, and now he's rejoining at a snail's pace. Second time he's been off at that part of the circuit. Meanwhile, Ian Elliott's just in the line screen best lap of the race, a 1:25.435 now. So he's improved his lap time, but still not getting into lap record territory, which we said was a 1:24.63.
He's not far adrift, is he?
He's not. Less than a second.
Hasn't dampened Wilson's ardour, has it? He's come back. He's got Catton to get past again, which is interesting.
Yes, absolutely. Joe Zosso has got the... It's within 1.6 seconds of the leader, Ian Elliott. There's the number 3 car. That's David Rose with the Lotus 11 just going through shot. And we have got less than 5 minutes, less than 4 minutes of the race indeed left to go.
Ben Bolt used to be a very good sprinter and hill climber, specialised in imp engines, as I recall. Here's the leaders, and that's it's 25 just moving out of the way. This was Tim Bradley with one of the Centaurs, Tim from Leominster. Centaurs designed by the late Richard Scott.
So round the banking goes our race leader. There's the second place car, Joe Zosso, number 80 in the DNC. So far this season, Joe has had a win. That came in the second race at Brands Hatch. So it looks like we're going to get a first 2-time winner in Ian Elliott at the moment, because he won at Silverstone. Yeah. It's the 2 scratch races here at Anglesey this weekend. The next meeting at Cadwell will feature a handicap race in the second race there. They'll also have a similar handicap race at Snetterton in August over the bank holiday weekend. Dropping down through the corkscrew. Probably going to be 2 laps to go then at the end of this one to make it an 11-lap race. It's also catching. It was 1.5 seconds at the start of the lap. It probably is around about the same margin now, I'd think, between Ian Elliott and Joe Zosso. Jomo and the DNC. Sweep through turn 1 at Target. The next car through is going to be the number 25 Tim Bradley car for the 58-year-old from Leominster, the operations manager at Tiger Helicopters. Started racing a couple of years ago. He's done some hill climbing in the past.
Jomo, we see a Jomo winning a lot in historic Formula Ford and classic Formula Ford with Ben Sims driving it. The Jomo Formula Ford's made in Birmingham. Verheiden under pressure now from
Sam
Wilson,
Wright.
From Wright, Sam Wright in 16. The Village V2.
This is for 5th and 6th positions. We'll put the banking then on the penultimate lap of the race for these cars. Turn their way through. Right there in car number 16. Climax engine, I think, in that car. Mixture of different eligible engines for Class C.
Yeah, it's a light alloy engine, the Coventry Climax, derived from a fire pump unit.
Up the inside he goes, Sam right into the position at Rocket, and this time he has managed to get the car turned in successfully, so he goes up to 5th place ahead of Verheiden now. So 2 drivers.
Yellow's here, got a spinner in the corkscrew.
That's Bradley, isn't it? I think that we're just talking about with the Centaur. Yes, it is number 25. Looks like he's out of it. He's unbuckling his belts.
The winged horse is flying no longer.
last lap board's gone out already, so the race leader Ian Elliott already on his way. He's pulled out a bit from the Jomo. Now there is Bradley getting out of his car. Ex Mike Whitby and Tim Allison car, self-prepared by Tim Bradley. But there is Ian Elliott on the final lap of the race. He's
or spin.
Oh yes, it's Ben Bolt who's now going along the start-finish straight, absolutely in 100 in reverse, as it were, coasting up. He's managed to get that car turned around his back, pointing in the right direction. That was dramatic. Meanwhile, Ian Elliott is heading through the corkscrew for the final time in this left hooker, number 47 Jomo historic 750 Formula car, and he turns his way through the final corner, and he's going to take the checkered flag here and win the first of 2 races today in the Raceparts historic 750 Formula Series. Joe just also 1.4 seconds behind at the end, so gap staying pretty significant, pretty similar to what it had been. And then it's going to be quite a long gap, I think, to Trevor Slatter, actually in 3rd position. The top 2 had pulled away quite a long way. Trevor Slatter. Yeah,
Slatter's coming down through the corkscrew now.
Yeah, in that number 72 car, the Centaur, back in his car, raced Lyndon Fuston's car, I think earlier on in the season. But he now gives a wave to acknowledge the checker flag and his 3rd place finish. Ambrose Butcher, only a second and a half behind him in the end. Didn't see too much of Ambrose in the number 14 DNC Mark C6. One from Shipton on Star, he took 4th place. Sam Wright 5th. And Richard Verheyden in 6th, with Greg Catton 7th, winning his class in the Dyson. It looks like it's going to be a class win for Peter Marsh, and also for Charlie Plain-Jones in the 2 Austin 7 classes, supercharged and non-supercharged respectively. You can see Charlie, he's just about to come through to take the checkered flag now. And there he goes through shot. Charlie Plain-Jones winning in Class A, and still waiting for Peter Marsh to come through to win Class B. I think he's going to be the last driver to take the checkered flag, in actual fact. Ian Elliott's actually come through to take the checkered flag for a 2nd time though. I thought it looked like he'd missed it first time round. And Peter Marsh there taking the Class B win for the supercharged Austin 7s. So we'll have a look at the results for that race in just a moment or two. We're going to go into our lunch break very shortly. We'll be racing as soon as we can after 1 o'clock, so play a little bit earlier than the timetabled 1:30. But confirmation that number 47 Ian Elliott took the win at the end of 11 laps of racing in the Jomo by 1.4 seconds from number 80 Joe Zosso in 2nd. Number 72 Trevor Slatter was 3rd. 14 Ambrose Butcher was 4th. Sam Wright in number 16 was 5th, ahead of Richard Verheyden. Greg Catton, number 31, took 7th and won Class D. Then 13 Ben Bolt was 8th, despite going backwards at one point. John Donnelly 37 was 9th, and Peter Marsh number 8 completed the top 10, winning Class B. David Rose 11th. Charlie Plain-Jones number 22 was 12th, winning Class A ahead of Phil Livingston, who I think was the last of the finishers. So I say, racing underway at just after 1 o'clock probably for the Vulcan Racing Classic Stock Cats Championship. But for now, I'll hand you down to Ben McCarthy in Parc Ferme.
That concludes the pre-lunch action here at Anglesey. Ian Elliott, the number 47, triumphing. The 2nd place man, Joe Zosso, in his number 80 car, has just got out of it as the rest of the cars come into Parc Ferme. It's actually a great view, this Parc Ferme. The reason why, particularly in this series, you can see the range of cars, not only in terms of makeup but design as well, is such a tremendous sight as more of them do come in. Going to wait hopefully for our race winner, who will hopefully be here soon. Trevor Slater, the number 72, in 3rd place. We'll also try and see if we can speak to him as well. Might speak to Joe Zosso first, actually, 2nd place man, whilst we wait for our race winner. Joe, 2nd place. Congratulations on the drive. How did that feel, and how satisfying is the result?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to say hi to Switzerland, all everybody watching us. Yeah, and thank you, a special thank you to Jörg, to Roland, and to Hovi, to helping me preparing the car after Brands Hatch. So yeah, the race was good, very good. Start it was not so easy, but gearbox is not so easy. But the rest was okay, was very good. Yes, yes. In front is a Climax engine. It's difficult yeah, it's difficult. But with the 850, it's difficult to follow the Climax. But it's okay.
More than okay. Second place, very well done, Joe. Thank you for speaking to us. Right then, so Ian Elliott. I said with my back to the rest of the cars, that was not going to happen. Oh, Ian. There we go. Congratulations on the victory. Firstly, your hat. Put that on. I think the weather is kind of calling for it. How does that feel out there? Quite a narrow winning margin in the end. Does that keep you on your toes?
Definitely. Continuously looking in the mirrors, seeing how big the gap is, and the temperature out there. I didn't expect it today. Thought it was going to be cooler, but yeah, very hot. Very good race. Very good.
Just talk us through when you have particularly Joe right on your tail. Is it? Are you almost distracted by it, or does it almost kind of get you more?
It makes me push slightly harder, but then you make more mistakes, go into overcook it and stuff. Yeah, in the end, just kind of try to settle down and keep it consistent. Yeah, brought it home.
Well done for that. Thank you for speaking to us. Right, Trevor. Congratulations. How was that?
Oh, it's great. It's great to get a finish, a podium finish. It's been a while now. I've had a few issues, a few accidents, but yeah, and I was determined to. No heroics today, I decided, but when you're in third, you just go for it. I thought I could keep up with Joe, but no, the man's too fast. Yeah, brilliant. Ian, amazing win again, and Joe, brilliant competitor. Yeah, great fun though. Yeah.
You make a fantastic podium. Thank you very much. Well done. Right then, well, the time is now lunch. You'll see us in a moment or two when myself and Tim head down the pit lane. But yeah, well, you'll see us in just a few moments' time.